Tonight on the Slow Lane Club, we get an alert about an incoming storm and run away. Claire eats some bread at our first free park up. We head out and come back to find something leaking under our van, and we arrive at Benidorm to find something even more interesting than Sticky Vicky.
And if you're new around here, we're Claire, Neil, Lily and Pippin, and we decided to sell our home and go full-time van life, leaving the UK in search of sun, sea and adventure, with the hopes of eventually finding a place we'd like to call home. So we're leaving the bills and heading for the hills. First stop, Europe.
So last week we left you in mild suspense as to why we needed to leave San Sebastian early. So each morning we get up and we check the weather app, and that particular morning we saw this. You see that?
No.
No. I'll read it. Okay. So we had 4 severe weather alerts. A severe coastal event warning, a moderate wind warning, that's probably for you, an extreme coastal event warning, and then the severity of extreme, with an extraordinary threat to life or property. So we made an executive decision that morning, and we left a day early. We didn't really want to. We wanted to stay and see San Sebastian for a bit longer, because it was, up until that point, our favourite city. But with all the storms and floods and all sorts of stuff that's happened weather-related in Spain, we decided at that point it was best to just book it out of there as quick as possible.
Considering our campsite was up on a mountain, basically, as well.
Yeah, you're right. It was a big mountain. Compared to other mountains.
I don't even think it classed as a mountain, to be honest.
It was a big hill.
But it was very steep and windy.
Yeah, going up was... I didn't like it at all, going up. Our vehicle is a right-hand drive, so I'm looking at coastline going up. But going up the mountain was mildly scary. Coming back down the mountain...
With winds.
With winds. And just knowing that this storm was brewing was a bit scary. I don't know what the gradient was, but it was enough for me to have to apply my brilliant driving technique of engine braking rather than just stomping on the brake pedal all the way down and having it smell of brake pad and stuff. But we got down there fine in the end.
Yeah, so our plan was, once we left San Sebastian, was to basically get to the other side within a few days, because we were meeting up with the parents. So yeah, I think we have a few days to get from one side of Spain to the other. We planned on doing like 2 stops along the way. This is the first time we've actually been through Spain, like left the coast, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we weren't really sure what to expect.
No.
But the views are bloody beautiful.
Way more mountainous than I thought.
Yeah.
Spain's backdrop is literally just blue skies and mountain, no matter where you go.
Yeah.
And the drive, I think if it wasn't for the weather was amazing, but the winds were really picking up, and we were going over some bridges that had, I would say, about, what's that? I know how big 10 inches is.
I think it looked a little bit smaller than you. We have some footage of him being very brave.
It was really scary. I was talking about the Armco on the side of the road. We were going over some really, really high bridges, really tall ones. You've got about 4 inches of Armco, and honestly, just a little, and it felt like it was just going to tip over, and that was it.
Our first stop on our cross-country road trip was
Artajo, which is a family-owned olive grove.
Which produces olive oil.
Yes.
And this was our very first free park up, completely free, and it was stunning. You do have to pre-book on their website, but it is free. Decide to book onto the express oil tasting as well while we were there.
Yeah, you don't feel obliged to actually book on, but when you get there, it's so nice. Everything is just picturesque. It's well kept. You have a place to empty the grey waste and your poos, but there's no electricity and there's no water.
I think there was water. The views, like the spots were all around this beautiful lake, palm trees, views of the olive grove. And then down a beautiful long drive, you've got the building where it's all made and the tours happen, and they've got a lovely little shop in there. And actually really reasonably priced as well.
Yeah.
So we bought a bottle of
I have it here. It actually
oil.
carries my nickname from school, actually college. It's extra virgin olive oil. They have loads of different flavours. That sounds...
I think we paid €8 for that.
Yeah,
bottle.
Let me just have €8 for 250ml.
Which I bet if you went into a UK supermarket, you'd be hard pushed to get a bottle of extra special for that price.
Yeah, you get scanned 1,000 times for your digital ID and all of that stuff.
I think we paid, was it 18? I think it translated to £18 for the oil tasting for 2 adults and a kid. Yeah.
So it was basically a table. You get a crusty loaf and then all of these different samples. There was about, I think, was it 10 different samples of oil? It's not like league. They all taste different and you got to try them all. And it's not like wine tasting where you like spit it out.
No, you've actually got to swallow it.
Yeah, you got to actually ingest it. But it was lovely. The place is super modern. Everyone's really, really nice as well.
They give you a little talk as well beforehand and explained it all.
I found it really fascinating.
No, it was really fascinating. So I think in that bottle there, that size, 1.5 trees of olives went into just that one bottle.
Yeah, which is...
fact of the day for you.
There we go.
The stopover is on Park for Night. I'll leave the code in the description as well as the link, because you do have to pre-book, even though it is free. So we just stopped there for one night, and then the next day we moved on to our next stop. I'm going to butcher this again. Teruel.
Like Ja Rule, but Teruel.
Yeah. Another little inland town. Very beautiful, but the drive into it all of a sudden goes from mountainous and greenery to just olive grove after olive grove.
Yeah.
To then all of a sudden just red desert looking big stones, didn't it? And
yeah, it was epic.
Against the sky when we were driving in was just so beautiful. And this was another little free park up kind of air.
It was the complete opposite of the previous free park up. But I quite like that. I like where there's a bit of civilization. It's not too out in the sticks. So there was a gym there. We had an El Campo there. I think it was a sports shop. A garage had GPL or LPG, very cheap petrol and diesel. And there was, I don't know how many campers were there, but I'd say there was over 50, wasn't there, in the little complex that we stayed in.
And the bays were huge as well. Like you could fit a big RV in there if you wanted to. And right outside of El Campo, there is a bus service that takes you into town. But we had Pippin and we didn't want to take his carry bag because we decided to just walk into town, which was a little bit hilly, but you know, burn off them calories.
Yeah.
Started off by some pastries, obviously.
It fueled the walk. There's not a great deal to do in the town. It's like a sleepy little town. It's nice, it's pleasant, but there's not a whole lot of entertainment. But the architecture is really lovely. I'm not sophisticated when it comes to architecture. I don't know what Bauhaus is and all that kind of weird stuff and brutalism. But you could appreciate it. If you didn't understand architecture, it was really, really lovely. And one thing I think that stood out, that I started to piece together, was Spain is really accommodating to kids. There wasn't a huge amount to do, but then there was just a lovely big park, wasn't there, as well? And we spent, I don't know, an hour there or so. So it was ideal if you wanted a little day trip out and just to have a nosy around, you know, just fit in like a local.
The shark! They will catch you! And the alien!
What?
Quick! And you think! Come on! Shh! Come! Run! Quick!
Yeah, it was a beautiful place. Like just the little details everywhere. Like even the little road signs
Yeah.
were really pretty. Like you'd look up and there'd be little balconies, but underneath of the balcony they were tiled.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
There was a lot of attention to detail. It
Yeah.
was lovely.
It was a beautiful place. But then,
Yes.
coming back from our lovely day out,
Yeah.
disaster struck.
It did. So as we walked towards the motorhome, I think my heart dropped a little bit.
Yeah.
I think there was a liquid, and anyone that owns a motorhome or a car or anything bloody mechanical, when you see black liquid, you start to panic. It was near the stairs by the door. I wasn't too panicked, like completely. If it was like right at the front near the engine, I think I would have been absolutely shitting my pants. But then equally, I'm like, I don't know anything about motorhomes, so what this black goo could be anything. Yeah, we had to get underneath it, and luckily, it smelled more like from the Orient than it did from underground.
There was a bit of panic to begin with, but then we thought we'll come inside and try and see if there was some sort of signs of it from the inside. And lo and behold, at the back of this cupboard in front of us, so the end cupboard with the hob on top, in the very, very back corner, there was a pool of black liquid.
Yeah.
Pooling around all the wires that go through the van into the bottom. So they were obviously just pooled there and it was just seeping through.
Yeah.
That black liquid turned out to be soy sauce, which is 3 cupboards along in our skinny one there where all the condiments was.
Yeah.
Somehow it managed to, bearing in mind it was kind of wedged upright, it managed to jump and land horizontal across everything else, burst open, seep through that one, down the back, all the way along all the other cupboards and out that hole.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Although I think we were more happy that it was Red Dragon rather than Castrol GTX.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as a big expensive
It wasn't.
fix, but it was just a messy, annoying cleanup that took bloody ages.
But it was fine in the end. It was absolutely fine. Nothing's tripped or been weird or anything like that. So that's good. So hopefully when we have our HAB check next November, it's not done anything weird. But then we might get some questions as to why the hell is there soy sauce seeped into the floor.
So moving on from Teruel,
Which ruled.
and we were heading towards the coast, somewhere that we had probably zero intentions of visiting really beforehand, didn't we? We just didn't think it would be our kind of place.
I would say thanks to a certain TV show with the same namesake, Benidorm.
Yes. But because we had a bit of a time limit and parents had to get there by a certain time and flights, it seemed to be the best place to meet them. So we met them in Benidorm. And first impression or just impressions?
There's 2 parts to my feelings. One, I was slightly let down because it wasn't as wild as I thought. I thought there'd be sticky vickies everywhere, but there wasn't any. Right. And the second one was that the older part of Benidorm, the old town, was absolutely lovely. I mean, bearing in mind, I had travelled, 6 hours in total? That trip may have taken us from San Sebastian to...
A bit longer, I think.
A bit longer, and my reward was seeing my mother-in-law. But the old town was lovely. It was really, really nice. And actually, we stayed there for quite a while, didn't we?
We were there for nearly 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we got there a couple of days before they got there, and then we stayed a few days after just to relax.
Yeah, just to reset. But Benidorm, the nightlife was awesome. Not because we went out clubbing or anything, but because everyone was really, really friendly.
Yeah.
It's full of like families at 10, 11 o'clock at night, just wandering around, having food and just chilling out. So there's plenty of kids about. There's a lot of mobility scooters as well. I don't know why. Maybe these people have ailments. I'm not sure, but there's a lot of mobility scooters around, and you can rent them for like a £5 a day or something ridiculous. We didn't know.
No. We did take our bikes into Benidorm though one day and rode down the strip with Pippi hanging over.
Yeah,
He got a lot of attention.
he did. He got an awful lot of attention.
That was pretty cool.
I think Benidorm gets a bad rap, personally.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it's full of boozy Brits or whatever, but every person there was super happy. No one gave you any hassle. It was really nice, and I would visit it again. I'd actually recommend it to people. It's a lovely place. If you want to have crazy nights out, you've got the centre, and if you want a bit more shopping about or posher restaurants or whatever, you've got the old town, and I mean it's all connected via the coast anyway, so you've got a lovely stroll up and down.
This is possibly my favourite little village we've been to so far as well. Was what, half an hour drive out of Benidorm up into the hills to a little town called, probably butchering it again, Guadalest. We did hire a car for the time we were in Benidorm meeting our parents just for ease. So we did take a normal car up there, but we did then take our motorhome up there too. And you can stay the night in a motorhome in the castle car park. I think it's €60 a night.
Yeah.
Quite a drive getting up and down.
Drive was wicked. It's obviously there's a huge elevation, you've got loads of twists and turns, you've got loads of camber on the road, but the roads are really wide. Yes, if you're scared of heights, it's not brilliant if you're scared of heights, but you're so occupied with everything else that's going on. I loved it. And we went up in a Hyundai Bayon, I think it was called. I think that's what it is. It was easier in the motorhome.
Yeah.
It was, because you got torque. Diesel versus naturally aspirated petrol engine. So if you're going to go up there, go in a torquey car. There we go.
So when we took our parents up there and enjoyed the sights of the little village, we went up to see the castle and the views.
That was lovely.
Oh, absolutely beautiful. Loads of little restaurants, shop, and all with the most incredible view of the bluest reservoir we've ever seen, and then all the mountains behind. Absolutely stunning.
For such a small place, I felt like I could have spent the whole day there.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have done a lot, but I think...
Just having a wander around.
Yeah.
And again, in the most teeniest little town up a mountain, there was a little park. So keeps the kids happy too.
Yeah. And one thing I noticed was, and I wouldn't recommend it because I'm not mental, is there's a load of cyclists around. Like proper road cyclists. So it must be good for all of that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah. So we went up there with parents, and then a few days later, after our parents had left Benidorm, we were just chilling on the campsite for a little bit, and then we actually met up with another travelling family, didn't we?
We made friends.
Yeah. So we reached out to each other on Instagram because we seem in the same place. And yeah, we met up at our campsite. And then the next day, we took them up the mountain. They were probably thinking, bloody hell, they're going to be serial killers taking us up a mountain to get rid of us.
Yeah, they've got a bigger motorhome. And they have a name as well.
Yes.
Case Travel.
Okay. Subscribe to their channel.
What are you pointing at?
The button. And watch some of their videos too, because you'll see us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Candid us.
Yeah, they're a bit more up to date, so you'll see more of our adventures on there too.
Yeah.
Anyway, we took them up the mountain to try and find kayaking at that reservoir. So it wasn't the easiest place to find, and the guy doing the kayaking suggested we park near the reservoir dam and then walk a solid 45 minutes across to go kayaking. And with kids, that wasn't really a good idea.
No. The dam turned into a goddamn. We didn't go kayaking in the end.
No.
But we just mooched around on the bridge, and it was lovely. Just
took in the views, and then so after our failed attempt at kayaking and taking our friends up a mountain to just
look at a large body of water.
Yes.
Yeah.
We followed them back down the mountain to the coast for a lovely little free beach park up just for the night.
Which we missed initially, I think. I think we might have driven past it.
No, just a little bit.
Oh.
We just pulled in to assess the situation because the entrance is very dodgy.
What a situation it was. It was... Okay, from where we had parked, looking at the entrance, I thought maybe a pube either side. That is the tolerance you've got. What you've got to be really careful of is like a lot of these park-ups, the free ones, they are unpaved. So there's potholes and everything around. So even though we had space on either side of the mirrors, because you're going up and down like this, there's no axle articulation in these vehicles, right? So
There you go, thinking your clocks.
I'm not thinking I'm clocks in the K, but as you're going up and down these potholes, it's edging you either one side or the other side. So it wasn't pleasant getting through. Width-wise, it was proper concentration mode on, but we got through it. And then getting to the park up itself, so you go through a tunnel, then there's a bit of a windy. It's all unpaved. You are doing 2 kilometers an hour. So
when you wake up to the view, well, when you go to sleep with the sound of the ocean, and then you wake up to that view, so worth it.
Yeah,
it was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the sleeping to that, the waves was lovely. It's probably not great if you've got like a weak prostate, because it might make you want to wee.
Yeah, and there's definitely no services at that park.
It's self-service. Bring your shovel.
No.
What?
Have a toilet in your van.
Oh yeah, have a toilet in your van. All that. Empty it before you arrive there. But the view was lovely.
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, and people were very nice, weren't they?
Yeah, there was some lovely people. You've coming in a big motorhome, you kind of feel a little bit out of place at some of these beach park-ups. I think people look at you and like, oh, look at these holiday makers.
Yeah.
But they were so welcoming and making sure we had room to fit in, and
yeah, we struck up good conversation.
Yeah.
There was a couple from the Netherlands who owned a coffee shop. There was another chap that travelled from, I think he was from Denmark, I think.
Should we leave this week's episode there?
Oh, we're calling him episodes now.
Episode 3.
I think I'm Clarkson. You're calling them episodes.
Well, it's once a week at the same time. Hopefully.
Okay. Yes.
There we go.
Who's that, Pippin? Look. Can you say bye?
Well. Thank you for watching.
He's off.
Anyway.
Yeah. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
And wait until the bloopers.
Yeah.
Bloopers.
Yeah, and let us know what you think of our Christmas illuminations.
Yes. About as big as you're going to get in this van.
Yeah.
Erected.
Ah, there we go. Feliz Navidad from Spain.
More like SOS.
It's so...
Bye.
I've got...
You know
Stop.
that gone in the bloopers.
No, I've got tension here. Thank you for joining BBC News. That's all tonight. Thank you. Oh, man. With an extraordinary threat. Yeah, with an extraordinary... Fuck. Oh, you look like that Robert Downey Jr. thing, you know, he does that. Okay, ready?
We'll be going down the mountain, we comes. We'll be going down the
Okay.
It's breaking the ice. Okay, so trying to talk about the drive, the scenery, the beautiful view,
The beautiful
the
vistas.
vistas,
Yep.
retardees.
Wow.